As Nicole said, my name is Bibby. I must admit that I'm a bit sticky about how people pronounce my name. It's not baby, it's not BB. Like a baby's bib, I'm Bib. Okay, we got that one straightened out. Although I have to confess, full disclosure, of course, there was one person who did call me BB, and that was my mom. But she got away with it because she was speaking to me in Spanish, which is what we spoke at home. ¿Qué pasa, BB? I may well be the seniorest presenter here today. That comes with its privileges, but not with perfection. My brain, for example, it nicely forgets whatever I want to forget. But it also forgets things that I want to remember. My ears, well, thanks to my hearing aids, I can hear everything. You can say 60 and they clearly hear 50. My hands used to be able to do so much more than they can do today. But one thing though, I can still sign my name on paper, but ask me to sign a form on a computer screen, forget about it. My mouth, I can still talk, although I can't whistle at all, but I never could. What I can do is roll my R's. R con el cigarro, R con el barril, rápido corren los carros en el ferrocarril. If I had to pick a favorite body part, it can't be my abs or my glutes or quads, and for a simple reason, I can never remember which one is which. Ask my physical therapist, the one who tries to turn me into a pretzel. And then she says, to do it right, you've got to feel it in your quads. And I look at her and say, where are they? I absolutely do not know. It gets embarrassing after a while. It all began when I was a kid. At home, as I mentioned, we spoke Spanish, which grammatically speaking means that every noun is either masculine or feminine. Un brazo, an arm, is masculine. But that doesn't mean that I, a woman, don't have one. Actually, I have two. But any body part below the waist had one name and one name only, ahí abajo, down there. It was a great euphemism. One size fits all name for quads, calves, genitals, shins, groin, you name it, so long as you name it, ahí abajo. And one of my body parts actually talks to me, my 12th thoracic vertebra. It's in my back, in my waistline. Medical types refer to it as T for thoracic, 12, T12. Sometimes I call it my 12th among equals. Years ago, I had a bad fall in Greece. I'm not talking the slippery stuff, I'm talking the country Greece. And I fell hard. My camera went flying as I went down, and my husband came running over to see what was wrong with the camera. And it survived, but it turned out that my T12 vertebra had cracked. And that's this one. It's right in the middle of the back of the waist. You know it, it's the one that you feel when it hits the back of a chair. That one. Instead of holding up my spine, it began to collapse, little by little. And in a matter of months, I was literally 4 inches shorter. So they had to operate, and what they did was they squirted bone cement inside the vertebra, and I stopped compressing. But now, there are still nerves down there. So whenever I sit in a chair and lean against the back or lean against a wall, it says, ouch! And I often echo that because I feel that. But as for Ai Alahu, as a kid, I created my own name for one specific body part. Here's T12, and this is the one that I named. These are my boom booms. I think most people call them glutes, but to me they're still my boom booms. And over time, the name morphed and became my lower boom booms. Because as I and my girlfriends grew up and grew out, we became teenagers. And in addition to these, we developed upper boom booms. I think most people call them glutes, but to me, they're still boom booms. Over time, the name morphed, both the lower and the upper. You may laugh, but mark my words, someday the medical community will catch up and you will see those terms, upper and lower boom booms, appear in medical texts. And you'll be the first person on the block to know what they mean.